Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with T, and I'm T. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm so glad to be back. Hey, Wolf. Hey, Tamara. Y'all ain't see me last week because it was spring break. And I told y'all before I have my priorities straight in my life right now. It is God, myself, and my family. So my son, who is on the spectrum, who is 9 years old, soon to be 10 on May 6th, was home for spring break, so he had my attention, and I was not even trying to juggle that whole thing. I wasn't trying to make him be quiet. I wasn't trying to make him go in his room. Hey, PY. Hey, Robin. Hey, Deidre. And we connected. He was really good. Hey, John Carter. How are you? What are you working on? If y'all don't follow John Carter, you should. So anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning. So y'all know I was bombarded. Listen, if you don't know me, I'm Trey Kearney. I am a life and love coach. I'm a certified life and love coach, a relationship coach, and I'm the author of the book It's Healing Time. No, long time no see. I'm the author of the book It's Healing Time, Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity, and a book that I wrote for men, Men Hurt Too. It's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. And every time relationship things happen on social media, I am bombarded with, hey Priscilla, I am bombarded with inboxes and emails and text messages and chats. So Idris Elba got married. Congratulations, Idris. I was so happy to hear it. Listen, this is for some of the brothers out here who think that the grass is greener. Let me just say this, ladies, and a whole bunch of women in my inbox was like, what do you think about Idris Elba getting married? You know, Idris been named the sexiest man in the world. He is the lady's choice. He's not my choice. I mean, he's not. I don't feel like a whole bunch of women that I know be like, Idris, oh my God, But he is high up there on the ranks of women love him. They love his accent. They love the way he look. He can have probably any woman that he really wanted. And he did the man thing and married his lady. Some of y'all men need to take the lesson because see, when you remove, he's my celebrity crush, right, Tamara? He's a lot of women's celebrity crush. A lot. Like him, Denzel, and these are men. When you remove your ego as a man, this one you know a man removed his ego. Especially somebody like Idris that can have any woman, probably any woman, 90% of women on this planet will say yes to him. Yes to dress, yes to whatever. When you see the value in a woman to give her your last name, when you know you are deemed the sexiest man on the planet, that you can go anywhere in the world, that you have realized that the grass is not greener. I got the prize right next to me. That's a level of removing your ego. That is the most wonderful thing. When a man gives you his last name, he has removed all ego. He has realized, most men, we're not talking about the shady brothers that's looking for something out of the marriage. He has realized that he's no longer in boy state to think that marrying you is going to make him miss out on something else. I'm next for that title. Hey, Kisk. If y'all don't follow Kiss, follow Kiss. Kiss was in a group that I managed years and years ago called Footsteps, and I'm going to let y'all hear some of their music soon because we have so much stuff to share with the world and it's coming soon, so just stay tuned. I've been talking to some of the members of the rappers that I manage and we working on some stuff, so just stay tuned. But anyway, when a man removes ego, see, we got a whole bunch of men running around here with great women next to them. But they won't take the leap because they think that that's ego. They think that the grass is greener. Something better is going to come for me. No, bro. Idris, I am applauding you. And I just wanted to take this morning to say that the word of God says in Proverbs 18:22, he who finds a wife, not a girlfriend, not a fiance, not a boo thing, not a babe, not a wifey. It says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Maybe you're not obtaining favor because you're not doing an honorable thing. And I'm just going to put it right on out there. Because God knows what's in your heart. Whether you're telling somebody, yeah, I'm going to marry you, or God knows what's in your heart because he knows if it's your wife or not. But the word says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor in the Lord. If you ain't going to marry her, let her go. Move. Just move out the way for the brother, for Idris. If you ain't gonna marry her, move out the way. So I just wanted to shout out some brothers who are in high places that can have any woman they want, go anywhere they want to go, do whatever they want to do. And they said, the grass is not greener because I got my queen right here. And it's just not Idris. We got LL Cool J, one of the finest brothers on the planet. And I'm going to say that. And his wife knows it. And she knows that women think that her husband is fine. And LL and Denzel and Russell. Russell married Ciara. It was no question. He didn't know. Me. I know he got the biggest contract in football right now. Brother said, nah, I'm good over here with Honey Boo right here. This is the prize. Not me. She the prize. That's the kind. Man, step your game up. You think the grass is greener, you're gonna lose. You're gonna end up with the artificial turf. You're gonna end up with the dirt. And you're gonna be looking crazy because you operating out of your ego. And your ego will make you operate out of fear. Right? Because I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna let nobody get over on me this time. I've been through XYZ. You got to put your ego down, and you got to trust God, and you got to trust the woman that has shown you. Not that she got to prove anything to you, that she's a grown woman. Good morning, Jules. I'm just shouting out some brothers. Samuel L. Jackson, Jay-Z, Will Smith, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Snoop Dogg. These are all brothers that could be all over the world and have hoes in different area codes. Y'all remember that song? Ludacris, I got hoes in different area codes. These brothers said, nah. And you see, if you look at each and every one of these men, Idris, LL, Denzel, Russell, Samuel, Jay-Z, Will, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Snoop Dogg, they are favored. They are in the highlight of their careers. These are long-term marriages. Idris just got married, but he honored the woman. So favor is upon him. I'm just trying to talk to the men today who ain't doing what they need to do, supposed to do, because their ego is in play. Brothers, let go of your ego. And most of y'all ain't no Idris. Let me just say that. Most of y'all ain't no LL. And got the nerve to have an ego. And I'm not talking down to you. But you not even where you supposed to be. And you got the nerve to think that the grass is greener on the other side. You not Idris. You not LL. You certainly not Jay-Z. And people will say stuff about Jay-Z. And he ain't cute. And this and that and all this. Listen. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I promise you, he found the Beyonce and they living their best life. So I just wanted to come on here today and just shout the brothers out who are doing the right thing. And then I don't want to say to the brothers on here, if you don't plan on marrying her and her desire is to be married, this is really a lesson today for all the brothers. If you don't plan on marrying her and you know that her desire is to be married, you should let her go. Don't string her along another day. This is for all the brothers. Not one more hour. Not one more day. Not, in some cases, they eventually realized who they had. Some of the ones you mentioned was out there. Right, of course they were out there due to their ego before they realized what they had at home. Then stopped cheating and now they team. Of course, listen, we all go through a growth phase. Every last one of us. We all got our trash, our dirt, our BS stuff we did. We thought the grass was greener. But some of us are at a certain age, like my brother Idris. You at a certain age now, you know what you want. You grown man. You know you have, but what is the thought of having any woman you want doing to you unless you're feeding your ego? See, I'm proud of him. And thank you, he married a sister. No offense to any other ethnicity or race, but thank you that he married his sister, because everybody be jumping on the rich brothers is marrying outside of the race. Thank you, Idris. Thank you, LL. Thank you, Denzel. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Jay-Z. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Kobe. And thank you, Snoop. Thank you, brothers, for marrying sisters. And we could be proud of that. Not because, listen, love is colorblind. It really is, but a lot of times people got a lot of negative stuff to say about brothers who got money, they marry outside their race. Well, not all of them. So let's give kudos to the ones who got a sister like they mama. Because listen, the struggle is real. Culture wise, nobody knows what a black man goes through more than a black woman. I'm just going to say that because I'm a black mother of 3 boys. And you know, I know what they went through. I know what my dad went through. I know what my uncles went through. So nobody can support you the way that we support. We like your mama. Like, we know the struggle. And I'm not, like I said, love is colorblind. But these brothers right here, all our men be getting thrown under the bus when they go marry outside their race. And I'm like, listen, people love who they want to love. Oh, yes, LeBron and Savannah. Yes, don't let me leave them out, Janelle. Yes, LeBron. I love you, LeBron. I love that brother. I love that family. I love to see the family dynamic. I really do. So thank y'all for inboxing me, telling me that Idris got married. And some of y'all was up in arms. Some of the women was like, oh, my God, I can't believe he went and got married. Why? Hey, Stacey, why can't you believe that he went and got married? What, you don't think our queen sister deserved a ring on her finger? Because that's what you're saying when you say, I can't believe Idris went and got married. What did you think? She was going to be his girlfriend forever and he was going to string her along and she was going to stay just because you like him? No, that's not what we doing. So, brothers, let go of ego. Stop playing. Stop playing. No more games. If you are over 35, I'm going to say this. Because I had to think about when my maturity level really kicked in. It was about after 35. I started thinking about some stuff. If you are over 35 and you are dating someone and you guys have had the conversation and her desire is to get married, and on the flip side to the women, because some women are stringing brothers along that don't even want to get married because they think the grass is greener. Go figure. But ladies and gentlemen over the age of 35, if you have had a conversation with your mate and their desire is to be married and yours is not, please move. Please go, buy, move, leave, and be out. So that person can get what it is that they deserve. And that is a person, because this is what we don't understand. Let me talk about how important marriage is. Because so many people say marriage is just a piece of paper. But it's really not. If you're a Christian, you know marriage is taking a commitment before God and your family and your friends and everything. But the real part of that is, listen, if you're with a man and he's your boyfriend, right? We all know it's been years. We've been together for 5 years, 7 years, whatever. However many, 2 years, 3, 5, whatever years you've been together. And something happens to that man or the woman, flip side for the brothers. If you've been with that lady for 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, and something happens to her, just say she goes into a coma or a car accident or something alters her decision making or his decision making. As a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you have no right to make no decisions for the person that you claim you love the most. Like, that you are with and y'all are claiming each other. You have no right. So if that person's child comes in and says, no, I don't want him here, you can't go in her hospital room. Or I don't want him to have any part of you're out. You don't get to make decisions for the person that you love the most. So people say marriage is not just a piece of paper. There's so much more involved in this. This is your life. If you get sick right now, right, and you need a caretaker, because we take vows to marry in love, in sickness, and in health until death do us part. So if you get sick, listen, a girlfriend might not stay to take care of you. You didn't want to commit and give me your last name. Why am I going to stay here and take care of you through the worst season of your life? Changing you and helping you to the bathroom and changing a diaper if it comes to that, or changing your feeding, to whatever it might be. Why would I do that if you did not commit to me when I wanted to be committed to? Because it's just the truth of the matter. So marriage is very important when it comes to who's going to make decisions for me when I can't make decisions for myself. Cheryl said, I've seen it happen. I know marriage is evidence of a commitment. Yes, marriage is a commitment. Some people tell me it's a contract. No, it's a commitment before God to say that I honor you. And to put a person, this is how successful relationships are, to unconsciously put a person's well-being before yours. That is beautiful, to unconsciously put a person's well-being before yours, not consciously to do it, because it becomes natural when it's a person that you genuinely love and it's your husband or your wife. The relationship is healthy because you unconsciously wake up thinking about, how can I make this person's life better? Not because of what they're giving me or what they're doing, because I genuinely want to make this person happy and have a nice life. And happiness is an inside job, and nobody has the key to your happiness before anybody inbox me. I know that. But when we wake up genuinely loving somebody, it's a natural occurrence to want to make sure that that person is okay at all times. So I am just, listen, if your desire is to be married and the person that you're with is not, then you have to make some decisions for yourself. And we get to ask questions. We get to ask questions. And I teach my clients, like, every 6 months you should have a check-in with the person that you're with. Whether it's your boyfriend, fiance, husband, wife, girlfriend. You should have a check-in, a 6-month check-in, to sit down and have a real conversation. Like, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page in our relationship? Am I doing what it is that you need? And I could tell you if you're doing what it is that I need. Financially, are we okay? Because we don't have these conversations, and this is why relationships go haywire. Because we have not checked in. Like, we'll check in with our kids at school. We'll check in and get our oil changed in our car. We'll check in with our doctors annually. We'll check in at our job for an evaluation. We'll check in for everything else other than the relationship that we're in. No, we have to have these conversations of where are we right now? Because sometimes people don't feel the same way, and people just go and exist. Ain't nobody got time to be existing. This is the time to live. Enjoy life. Be happy. Like, this is not a time to just exist in a space with somebody just to exist. But we have to have these conversations about where are we. We have to do a touch in. Yes, those check-ins are vital, because sometimes people's feelings change and they may not say nothing. But if you sit down and have a conversation, a contract for business deals, a spouse is not a business, a commitment, right? Contract is for business deals, that's right. But if we sit down every 6 months, just 6 months, and have real conversations with each other to say, are you happy? Is there anything bothering you? How can I support? We do this outside of our relationship for everybody else. How can I support you? Let me take you here. I agree. We need to do more than just exist. I don't have time to be existing. I gotta live. I gotta breathe. I gotta enjoy. I know someone who put their dad's girlfriend out the house when he was in the hospital. See, girlfriends. I know, she said, this is Cheryl said, I know someone who put the dad's girlfriend out the house when he was in a coma. And he died, so she never got back in her house. But that's what it is when you the girlfriend. The kids could come along and put you out. The brothers, the sisters, because they the next of kin. So people be talking about marriage is not important, and it's all of a sudden death happens or a coma happens and the girlfriend is left out on the street. I'm trying to tell you, I know from experience, firsthand experience with my mother. I tell no lies. I tell the truth, because some things are important. And I want the right people making the decisions for me in my life. Like, I want the right person to be standing there saying, no, don't unplug her. Because the wrong folks, your kids will unplug you. I'm telling you, some of these kids will unplug you. You better watch out. They like, dad got an insurance policy. He got a pension. He got, he's right. I don't see no hope. Go on and unplug them. See, but wife or husband, no. Let's weigh the options and make sure it's there and blah, blah, blah. But please understand how important it is. But that's when constant communication is key. You won't wait for check-ins. Right. Yeah, right. You don't have to wait for check-ins. But the check-ins are, you know, that you are checking in every 6 months, because life happens, Tamara. We go. We got a lot going on. We authors and speakers and life coaches and police officers and doctors. So we just going. And we not having conversations at home. We sitting down at the table. We moving fast. We cooking dinner. We eating. We washing dishes. We washing clothes. We taking the kids here. We doing this. We paying bills. And the relationship is suffering because somebody's not happy. Because somebody's not getting what they want and nobody's having a conversation. But if you sit down and schedule and say, Okay, it's time for us to have our 6-month check-in. Are you okay? Is anything bothering you? How are things at the job? How's your heart? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Do you feel good? Is there anything I'm doing that's annoying, that's bothering you? And then you get to tell you're doing this. We're not spending enough time together. I don't know. I changed my diet, my exercise plan. Have you noticed my hair color changed? You didn't compliment me. I'm feeling some kind of way, because this is how infidelity creeps in when people are not paying attention and other folks is paying attention to your girl. See her at the job. Oh, you changed your hair. It looks beautiful, and you ain't said nothing. I'm just saying. That's why we got to do these 6-month check-ins, so we can have this conversation like, babe, I changed my perfume. You didn't even notice. But Richard on the job noticed. He loved the smell of that perfume. Every morning he comes like, you smell so good. But hubby, boyfriend, babe at home ain't. So sometimes you got to tell people. Sometimes you got to have a conversation with a person to say. Women, men, I'm going to teach men today too. Okay. Women need compliments. And ladies, raise your hand if I'm telling the truth. Because tell the truth and shame the devil. I love this window in my office. It's like got little plants there. It looks like it's in the fish tank, but it's a real window. And a bird always comes and chirps right there. And it just wakes me up in the morning. But anyway, I love nature. But men, I'm talking to the brothers right now. Your girl, thank you, Stephanie. Thank y'all for raising your hand. Raise your hand and shame the devil if I'm not telling the truth. I need the men to see the women raising their hands. Women need compliments. Women need to understand that you still see her. I see you, babe. Women need to know that you support their ministry, their mission, where they're going, what they're doing. Women, the Spirit of God. Yes, Frank. Yes. And I always see birds, and I think of my mom, who's not here with me anymore, but she's always here. Thank y'all for raising your hand. Women need to know that you smell good. Women need to notice that you notice that they lost weight. Women need to know you to notice that your hair is pretty. Women need to know that you feel the same way that you felt about them before you got them. And this is a lost art for men. I'm going to talk about the women in a second, but this is a lost art for men. You get the girl and you take it for granted. And when you take it for granted, I'm only talking from experience. This is not me anymore, because I am mature beyond my years now from trauma and stress and doing too much and having a whole marital affair. I can't do it no more. I'll walk away. But I can't do it. But there's a lot of women who are in a space who will go out and have an extramarital affair, who will commit adultery, infidelity, because men, you don't listen. You gotta listen. You have to hear her. Because when she is out in the streets, and I'm not talking about running the streets in bars, I'm talking about when she out in the streets, at the gym, at the grocery store, at the bookstore, at Panera Bread, at the laundromat, at work, she is being pursued. Just because you're no longer pursuing her doesn't mean old boy down the block that drive by every day when he knows she getting ready to go outside for work. He know that she get in that car at 7:15 every morning, and he drive by and wave, boom, boom, and she see him. She's not thinking anything of it. And then he might stop on a good day when she taking out the garbage and be like, hey, how are you? I see you every day. I'm just trying to tell you, you better handle home, because somebody is willing to handle home for you. We got to be really careful, but it's still not an issue. No, it's not, Duval. Cheating is never an option. But the fact of the matter is, I teach this because when people don't get what they need, they cheat. So we need to have the real conversations. Nobody should ever cheat. But the reasons that people feel like they need to cheat or go outside of the relationship is because we're not having real conversations. We're not doing a 6-month check-in. People are not listening to each other. So we have to have these conversations. I talk about this almost all the time. I talk about infidelity because I got here by way of committing adultery. So I talk about this. I wrote a book. It's Healing Time. Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. I wrote a book for men. It's Healing Time. Men hurt too. Because these are the things that are compromising our relationships. Because people need to feel valued and appreciated. People need to feel like they are a vital part of your life, because when they don't, People creep in. A man, a predator, because there's predators out here. A man could smell a desperate woman from a mile away, a predator. A man who is not in his mature state, who is sleeping around with a whole bunch of women, can smell it on your wife, can smell it on your girlfriend, can smell it on your fiance, can tell by her body language that she feels depleted and she needs somebody to pay attention and say, you're beautiful. You look very nice today. Those are some nice shoes. I'm just trying to tell y'all. The world is hard and you're trying to make money, take care of responsibilities. That's why we got to check in with each other. That's why we got to say, I need a hug. I need a kiss. I need a hug. I need a conversation. Because this is why, too, we go outside of our relationships and share our business, our home business that should only be shared in the home. Because somebody in the home ain't listening. I don't want to go outside my house and talk about my business to nobody. And we all got our core, our chicks that we roll with. But there's certain things we still don't want to tell them. And I'm sure the same is for the men. But if I don't have your ear and I don't have somebody, you in the home, I'm supposed to bottle this up? Because if I bottle it up, then I might do something to you. And I'm not a violent person. But if I don't get this out, I'm like a pressure cooker. That's me. I'm a communicator. And somebody outside the home will be a shoulder to cry on. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not getting the money. I don't understand what that means. Most women who are the meat want a husband to do the husband thing. I do the boyfriend things. Well, that's all you're supposed to be doing if you're just the boyfriend. But if you ain't going to be the husband, don't waste her time. Really. If you don't plan on it, you just want to do the boyfriend thing. A whole lot of women out here, we want to be the wife. We don't got time. At a certain age, we ain't got time for all of that. Like, this is what it is. This is what I desire. Is we doing this or is we not doing this? Is you or is you ain't, my baby? Because if you ain't, I find somebody new. Y'all remember that cartoon? That might be over some of the young folks' head. But let's be real with each other. Idris, deemed the sexiest man on the planet on several occasions, on a couple of years. Women falling all over him. This man said, this woman right here is the prize. I am going to marry you before the world. The brother sharing on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all over. I've been seeing him share pictures of her and love Tom and Jerry. Yup. Stop it. See that? And someone else. Yeah, listen. He said, this is right here. Remove my ego. All these women texting, liking, smiling, high-fiving, dapping, tapping on pictures and loving 1 million, 2, 3, 5, 50 million followers. No. This is what I need right here. Old girl. Got everything. I don't need 700 women. I don't need, y'all can like all y'all want. But right here, this my babe. This not my babe. This not my boo. This my wife. Respect. It's a different level of respect when it's your wife. That's what we got to understand too, ladies. It's a different level of respect when you are the wife. See, folks play games with girlfriends. But when you the wife, it's a different level of respect and a different level of power and a different level. There's no questioning what your position is. Who's Tyrone Hunt? So I'm glad you guys are here. Oh, listen, the recovery room starts next Monday. The recovery room is my program to help women heal, men and women heal from the devastation of infidelity, the trauma of being cheated on and not being able to have a healthy relationship because you can't get past the bitterness. You can't co-parent. You can't move on to the next person. Every relationship you get in is failing and you are the common denominator. Tonight is the information call, Yvette. But the official recovery room starts on Monday, next Monday. Tonight is the information session, just so I can give you a breakdown of what's going to go on in the recovery room. So sign up today and you can make it to the information call tonight. So I'll be on live and we'll be sharing some things. And Yvette, you have a 15-minute consultation, but we don't have to do it before because I'm going to explain everything to you tonight. So you can say that for like a life save if you need me for 15 minutes, which is longer than 15 minutes. But it's your 15 minutes that is owed to you when you join the program. So I usually just talk to you about what it is you want me to touch on. What's your biggest hindrance? What's hurting you? Because the program is designed around women and men being hurt. But sometimes we all have the same issue of trauma and being hurt, but we have different things that I need to touch on specifically for you. Because I want to make sure you get what you need from the program. Because that's how I roll. So I hope this was helpful to somebody. To be valued, one must be tested, such as gold that goes through the fire. Yes, they must be tested, but a person has to know that they're valued, that you mean something to me. Hey, Desiree, that you mean something to me, that your absence will be known if you left, that I want you here with me. I don't need you here, because we don't need a person in our life. We really don't, and this is not a bad thing. See, we need air to breathe. We need food. We need nourishment. We need water. We need Jesus. We don't need a person in our life in order for us to live. So a person needs to know that they are wanted. You're here with me because I want you. Not because I need you. Because I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me by myself. But I want you here because I dig you, because I like you, because we click, we got chemistry. I want to grow old with you. I want you here. So this is what men are missing. A woman needs to know, and a man, right? Never need a person. Never need air, need water, need Jesus, need health, need a liver, need a heart. These are things that we need to live. Now, a person has to feel wanted, or they'll go outside of the relationship unconsciously. Did y'all get that? A person will go outside of the relationship unconsciously, and before they know it, they'll be in an affair. Because when you are thirsty for something that your spouse is not giving you, and you're not having a 6-month check-ins to talk about what it is that you need, you start to talk to people outside of your relationship, other people of the opposite sex. And you should not be having intimate conversations with anybody of the opposite sex. You should not be I should not be telling another man what is going on in my house and what I need, because he's going to want to provide that. Because if I'm confiding in you as another man about my man, you're listening and you're taking data to give me exactly what it is. Because sometimes a person comes to you like, they just know what I need. And they always are there for me because you told them, when you should be telling your spouse. But you telling this person because y'all are not having a 6-month check-in. So now you telling another person, and men do it, telling another woman, my wife don't do this and my wife don't do that. And she just taking data. Don't think she listening because she your good girlfriend and because she care about you so much. No, she listening because she trying to fill that slot. So she can give you all the things that your wife not giving you. And then you start getting that stuff. And before you know it, you in a full-blown affair. Because affairs happen way before the bedroom. So if you are sharing intimate details about your relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, you are on the verge of having an affair, and you just need to stop. Because sometimes we don't know, because we just need somebody to talk to. And this person just showed up and you needed an ear. So now they texting or inboxing you like, I was just checking to see how your day was going. And you're like, oh, it's going good. Thank you so much for checking on me. And then you text, oh, how's your day going? My day is going good. Well, I'm going to be going to the such and such, and I got to take the kids here. Now you're building a relationship with somebody when you telling them all your moves. And you don't think you are, because unconsciously you're just having a conversation. Have that conversation with your good girlfriend or your homeboy, not a person of the opposite sex. Because right now you're building a relationship and you're starting to trust this person. And once trust becomes involved with your feelings, then you feel a safe space in somebody outside of your spouse. And that's not a good thing. That is a recipe for disaster. The next thing you know, like, oh yeah, you want to go out for lunch? You know, we already know you with somebody. We already know no strings attached. That's the biggest lie that the enemy want to tell you. I'm telling y'all, listen, make sure, check yourself today, because somebody needed to hear this. Check yourself today. You having intimate conversations with somebody else. You don't think they intimate because you're not talking about sex. Intimacy is not just sex. An intimate conversation is not just sex. An intimate conversation is sharing your emotional wounds and what you need and how you're fit. That's intimacy, to trust somebody with your stuff. That is intimacy. You being real intimate right now. Well, he's not doing this or she's not doing that and we're not doing this and I wish we could. And before, when we first got together, he used to or she used to, and that you're having an intimate conversation. Intimacy equals trust. Yes, Yvette. You're having an intimate conversation with somebody outside of your relationship. No. No. Because then that person becomes your savior. And that's a slippery slope and a dangerous space to be in. So you just got to be careful, because sometimes we don't know. Even with our good girlfriends, all things should not be shared. Not what's going on in your home. All things should not be shared. And it's hard when you're not having the check-ins with your spouse and you're bottled up and you just need, don't tell the wrong person either. Because a listening ear is a gossiping mouth. People be listening so they can go tell your business. And some of us don't know that because we need to talk to somebody. Go get you a therapist. Hey, Dorinda. Dorinda, put the information in for the podcast on the 7th. Dorinda has her new podcast, Protected by Purpose, coming out May 7th at 7 p.m. I'm her first guest, and we're going to have some real talk. Y'all already know. And Dorinda, listen, her spirit is healing. Whenever I talk to Dorinda, I feel healing in my spirit. Because her aura is just peaceful. Like, I don't feel nothing. You know when you meet a person and you don't feel like no negativity, and it's rare now. It really is rare. And you like, wow, this chick right here, like, there's an anointing on her. And sometimes we don't know the anointing. But there's an anointing on her. Because she ain't all rah-rahed up. And everybody knows her. Because she don't have to be all rah-rahed up. When you're blessed and highly favored and anointed, you don't have to be loud. And my mother taught me one thing. She said, the loudest person in the room is the emptiest person in the room. Just because you're loud don't mean you saying nothing. But anyway, okay, y'all be careful again. So it's 8:35. Nobody was going to tell me it's 8:30. Where are my timekeepers? Y'all know I get off here at 8:30 because I got to go to the gym and take care of myself. Listening so they can throw it in your face or throw you under the bus. So again, thank you everybody for inboxing me, telling me Idris got married and what did I think. I think it's a wonderful thing when a man, especially a man that has been deemed the most sexiest man on the planet and every woman want him, or even just a man, to honor his woman by giving her his last name, by saying you are worthy of being my wife, because he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor in the Lord. And to put that ego aside that every woman in the world want me. Idris, LL, Denzel, Russell, Samuel, Jay-Z, Will Smith, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Snoop Dogg. Even though everybody has their stuff, no relationship is perfect. But to put their ego aside, I love you too, Dorinda, and be able to say, this woman right here is a queen and deserves to be treated as such. This my wife. That's a whole nother level, Idris. For her to be say, when he walk up to somebody, meet my wife. When she walk up to people, I'm his wife. Whole level change, different respect level, all of that. Listen, Idris, go ahead, brother. Because she beautiful. Beautiful woman. Beautiful. I said, well, look at here. I'm so happy. I was at the wedding when I was looking at the pictures. I was crying and singing and clapping. I want to catch the bouquet. I was like, yes, this is wonderful. And to the men again, I say, if you don't plan on marrying her and her desire is to be married, it don't take 5 years to marry somebody. And I'm saying this note to self. It don't take 5 years for somebody to marry you. Either you gonna get married or you not. So if you don't plan on marrying her and making her an honest woman, then walk away. Same thing for women. If your desire is not to get married and you know this man want to get married because he has articulated that to you, move, sis. Move. Get out the way, because there's another woman that will marry him, that wants to be his wife. And if it ain't you, step off. Diverse men and women weren't meant to be alone, period. Right. No, men and women are not meant to be alone. And the thing about it's about commitment. I'm committed to you for the rest of my life. I want to grow old with you. I want to take care of you. I want us to go through the ups and the downs together, the highs and the lows. I want to make sure you are right in the morning. I want to wake up next to you. I want to go to bed next to you. I want to be your first thought in the morning and your last thought at night. There is no other woman for me. There is no other man for me. I'm human. I see beautiful women. I'm human. I see fine men. But you are it for me. Like Idris. All these Instagram models, women out here, superstars, movie stars. Nah, boo. You all that. You all that. Yes, Idris. Idris, I'm about to send you my book. Because I like you. Yes. So I love y'all. I got to go. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Go to my website, www.traykearney.com. TRAYKEARNEY. Ladies, join the recovery room right now. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. You'll get your husband. www.traykearney.com. Click on the recovery room. We start the live information session tonight. And we start the recovery room next Monday. So get in where you fit in. Heal. Love yourself. The recovery room is all about you. It's all about you getting what you deserve, and you deserve the best. I will see y'all tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Tea, and that's me. Peace.